Hi there to you all. My name is Laree Readings. What I am deciding to do today is a collective reading for the air signs Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All of the other signs will be uploaded over the coming days, so I want you to keep your eyes peeled for that. If you like and subscribe, and comment below as well how this relates to you. Every single 2 weeks, I will be putting out a Celtic cross reading, which is a really in-depth reading to help you guys to understand where you're at and where you're going to moving forward. Let's see if there's anything else that I need to say. Gratitude most and foremost. Thank you so much for your follows. Thank you for being here. Thank you for creating the community that we are actually creating, because this can be a negative platform to be on sometimes, when in actual fact it should be full of positivity that would help everybody to be able to move forward in their lives. So let's go forward. Let's see what Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses are going through at present moment. Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses, what are they going through at this present moment in time? Right, okay then. So you guys are going through an element of feeling a little bit rejected. You may be dealing with things to do with your self-love aspects, where you want to be in your life, where you feel like you're going in your life, because with the Four of Cups it can sometimes be a little bit of feeling you sorry for yourself type of energy. You may be going through some sort of contemplation and have this apathetic energy within yourself. You wanting to reevaluate some things that are happening in your life as well. But yeah, this is speaking about somebody being quite down, if I'm honest with you. You may find that there's new invitations and opportunities that are flowing towards you guys, and you may be saying no, especially with you being the Magician as well. It's speaking about so much opportunities coming towards you, and you guys finding yourself in a place where you're not really wanting to move forward, to be honest with you. You're feeling almost like it's best for you to stand back and just observe situations, and you may be thinking about things that have gone wrong in the past. So it's not saying that you guys are refusing everything for now, but well, actually it is. It's saying that you're refusing things for now, but it's an almost like maybe later, if you get what I mean. As you can see here, there are your ancestors and your spirit guides around you that are offering you things that will help you to come back to rebalance, recalibration within yourself. But you may be bored and dissatisfied at this moment in time. You may feel disengaged and unmotivated as well. So it can show that you're shutting yourself off from new opportunities, because you've been hurt and you've been rejected. And because if you're feeling hurt and rejected, this is definitely you feeling a little bit like you need to work on yourselves as well. And you might be contemplating ways to help yourself to feel much better within yourself. So let's see what the challenge is. What's the challenge for my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses? Your challenge for this week is your friends, okay? Justice is coming out too. So this is speaking about you being in a position in your life where you're feeling like you need to be reevaluating your friends. Your friends may be challenging you to come out. Also, your creative opportunities may be trying to challenge you. There's a new idea and a new opportunity that's coming out of the blue as well in the next couple of weeks. And it might be creative energy that's actually flowing, but it's almost like you are questioning and contemplating how you can express that. You need to have an open and curious mind. But like I said, with you feeling this level of apathy at this moment in time, it might be difficult for you to just be able to just welcome all of these different new opportunities. And this might be why you need to think about the new facets of yourself that you want to invite into your life in the next couple of weeks coming forward. You may be called to trust your intuition as well, and that's what may be challenging you. You may have felt like your intuitive side before was not leading you in the way that you might have liked it to lead you, which may have made you wonder like whether you are being led in the right position or you've gone into the wrong position. But in a practical sense, it can indicate that you're receiving an unexpected and a pleasant surprise that's coming through to you. But like I said, with you feeling that energy of contemplated energy and feeling a little bit down, you may not be so excited about things that in the way that you used to feel. This is also speaking as well about you feeling that emotional exuberance and the emotional side within yourself feeling a little bit dead. So it's like whilst you are wanting to feel emotion and understand certain things, you no longer can feel anything at this moment in time. So this is speaking about the liberation, the challenge that you are facing with regards to making sure that you are looking out for yourself. You are bringing back the youthful, creative side of yourself that will help you to persevere forward and not hold yourself back in your life. So that is your challenge. Let's see with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius as what was going on in the past. What was going on in the past for Gemini, Libras, and Aquariuses? Four of Swords. So with regards, and also we've got the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck as well. So the Wheel of Fortune can be speaking about going through repetitive cycles, feeling like you was the belle of the ball, if that makes sense, feeling like everything was going your way and feeling super happy about that, but then also feeling like the cycle of life wasn't turning in your favor in the long run. So a lot of rest and relaxation, meditation, contemplation, and recuperation is what you've been doing in the recent past, okay? Because this is speaking about you trying to rest and trying to recalibrate yourself back into a place of feeling like you are welcoming in new beginnings. And it's almost like you've had to go through quite a lot of challenges. You've been through tough times recently, such as trauma or a breakup, a departure of a relationship, and it also could be family problems. It can be financial and health worries, stress, conflict. It's a hell of a lot, guys. The time's been a little bit heavy for you guys, and you probably found that it was a repetitive cycle following itself around and around and around, because I'm being shown like a snake eating its own tail. So like I said, sometimes you might have found that you were going through cycles that were a little bit destructive. And then sometimes you probably found yourself to be in a place of feeling silent and inactive as well. So it's like building up your mental strength. So you're definitely going through it, my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses. And I'm sorry that you're going through this type of thing. But whilst you were going through this contemplation in the past, you were also inviting new opportunities into your life. Now these opportunities have started to come and present themselves towards you. You probably feel a little bit like you are not interested in inviting these things into your life, okay? You probably secluded yourself as well in the past, which has made you feel this energy of solitude has been something that's been good for you. But in a practical sense, in the past, it was an indicator that you needed to take some time out to review your progress so far. So like I said, you probably backed off a hell of a lot of things to be in contemplative energy. And so this is like literally maybe 4 months ago. This could be 4 weeks ago. But yeah, you're definitely in a place in your life where you just feel a little bit distanced from everything, estranged from everything. Okay, so let's move on. What's coming into the future for my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses? Justice is coming into the future, okay? So the base of it as well is the Knight of Swords. So you're probably going to find that some people are going to be reaching out towards you guys, reaching out to try to make amends of certain situations. You may be finding that you are slightly stood back with regards to how you feel about that. okay? Because the Justice card can be representing fairness, truth, and law. This can be speaking about spiritual laws of justice as well. So if you have felt like you've been treated in an unfair way, this is where everything will come into alignment with your higher self and your greater good of yourself and other people around you as well. So you haven't got anything to worry about. So I don't want you to feel scared or anything like that about what's coming. Just make sure that you're looking after yourself. If you're seeking advice, then it's a positive sign that you'll indeed find that things are being served in a way that is favorable towards you. It can be an important choice that you're having to make with the potential for long-term repercussions. So be aware of the impact that your decisions are going to have on your well-being and the well-being of other people around you, guys. So choose consciously by connecting with your inner guidance system. At its core, justice is about a search for truth. It's your truth, your personal truth within yourself. Let's confirm what else is coming into the future for my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses. Yeah, this is all of the work that you've done on yourself with the Seven of Pentacles, the work that you've done on yourself to try to achieve this level of feeling better within yourself is going to be brought into justice, especially with the Hermit on the base. It's about you in the next couple of weeks being in a place of feeling like you want to go out, you want to entertain more, different things that can come into your life to help you to feel better within yourself rather than feeling like you sat back watching life go by. You actually start to partake in life, and that's a beautiful, refreshing way to look at how things are going to be coming in. So that's super positive, guys. That's really positive. This is the undercurrent here. Okay, let's move these cards up a little bit. So the undercurrent here is with the Four of Pentacles. You've probably found that you have been super private with regards to the hurt and the pain that you have suffered or put yourself through. Okay, you may find that you wanting to keep a lot of things to yourself because under the undercurrent of things, it's almost like you are keeping a lot to yourself what you have felt. It's like the undercurrent of it is you examining your relationships with money, your relationships with other people, accumulating wealth within your heart and wealth within your finances to be able to move forward. You've been wanting to focus upon yourself on a level that you haven't focused upon yourself. What I keep hearing in my head is that you don't get bitter, you get better. And that's a beautiful thing because this is accompanying like a scarcity mindset, especially with your money and material possessions. So instead of spending and going out there and just being reckless with regards to your love life and your finances, you've chosen to be really reserved and make sure that you're making the right choices. You might have been placing a little bit too much value upon money. With regards to the Four of Pentacles being in the undercurrent and the subconscious. So, like I said, you're probably holding a hell of a lot in, and that's why you've gone to an apathetic frequency, because you're probably feeling a little bit like it's better than actually being extremely emotional about everything. It can suggest that you've got a broader lesson, a broader out perspective here, which is to honor and respect yourself, and not become so attached that you lose sight of what's important to you, which is your friends, your family, happiness and love overall. But yeah, if you're struggling, this is speaking about you looking towards things with a much more careful viewpoint and making sure that you are taking care of yourself. But more importantly, your undercurrent may be about you feeling like you have to control everything that's happening around you. So I want you to question yourself when it comes down to this, because this could be shadow work for the next 2 weeks. for my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses. And the reason I say this is because you may have some issues with feeling like you have to control everything that's going on around you. And if you can't control everything that's going on around you, you probably feel like you are the failure here, when in actual fact, you're not the failure. You're the master of yourself, and therefore you can be the master of yourself. If you just stand back and look at yourself with an impartial viewpoint, rather than this almost parental judgy way of looking at things. Okay, so let's move into the advice. What's the advice for the next couple of weeks for my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses? So your advice is to work hard upon yourself. Make sure that you are looking after yourself, and remember all of the hard work that you've already imparted on yourself, guys. I would definitely say so. And then with the King of Wands, it's about taking action towards the things that are feeling right to your body and towards your soul. It's really important that you concentrate on understanding that all of this work that you've already done on yourself is super beautiful for you, because you're going into a place of mastery. You are mastering yourself, okay? So it's speaking about you working hard to keep continuing mastering yourself, and don't be too hard on yourself, because that's something that represents somebody who is patient, and somebody who's studious and diligent and hardworking, and you're conscientious, focused, and you're also dedicated. So make sure that you keep these beautiful qualities within yourself going, and don't be so hard on yourself, because in being hard on yourself, you can actually shut out any form of growth that you want to introduce into your life moving forward, because you're too busy being really hard on yourself and making yourself feel worse rather than feeling better. Okay, it's also speaking about you needing to be interested in creating things that are helping you to grow and master yourself even more than you already are. Okay, so any thoughts that you've had with regards to like stepping into a role of a visionary reader? So maybe you are a reader. If you're not a reader, you may be a leader as well, a person that can lead other people into manifesting more support. And there's so many people that are around you guys that are supporting you 100% of the way. So you're probably masterful at getting other people to do your work for you whilst keeping them on side throughout the process. So make sure you're using that charm with helping you to progress and grow and lead your life with a level of intent and vision and a long-term view, because you've got a grand idea of what's truly possible for you, and you need to stop at nothing to see it through, because this is what will help you. Your determination, rather than being apathetic, having determination to go forward with things with a level of action, because action is going to produce results. Make sure you always remember that. It's also suggesting again that there's some sort of opportunity coming towards you guys. So I want you to remember this. If you want it to be successful, it will be successful. So your thoughts are definitely going to become things. And that's the advice for you guys. Go from a page into the king. Okay, make sure that whilst you are mastering yourself, you are rewarding yourself for what you've managed to do moving forward. What are the external influences? What are the external influences around Gemini, Libra, and Aquariuses? Oh, okay. So the external influences here. We've got your intuitive side for a start, and then we've got the moon undercover, right? So with the moon being there as well, it can be speaking about the undercurrent of things that have happened in the past, and you've kept a lot of things to yourself because of you feeling so sad within. It's almost like you felt like there's nobody out there that can help you but you helping yourself. So you may have felt a little bit lonely sometimes. Okay, which is sad, but the external influences here are obviously nothing to do with you. You also may have partaken in some of these things as well, though. I also am a person that makes people take responsibility for themselves, and I feel like that's important. But it's also speaking about you clinging on to the past and losing touch with the present. If I'm really, really honest with you, this can be speaking about a family situation that's gone tits up. It's gone wrong. And because it's gone wrong, it's almost like you've taken it as a viewpoint as to, it's almost like you've opinionated yourself in the perceptions of how other people will feel and think about you, instead of understanding that things have gone wrong because it was always meant to go wrong. But if this is to do with any child custody situation, this is something that you feel has not worked out to be truly in your pleasure, in a positive outcome. But it's also speaking about you being in a position in your life as well where you felt a little bit like it could have harmed the child. If it's not that, this can be speaking about a reconciliation that you was hoping for that's not gone the way that you might have liked it to go. It can also be speaking about feeling a little bit like you can't feel your emotions, and you might be reflective and thinking about nostalgic times in the past, which can bring up negative or positive feelings. But either way, when you find yourself wishing for how things used to be, and not living in the present, you're going to miss out on the opportunities that are right in front of you guys or on their way to you within the couple of weeks. It can also be a sign that you've lost touch with the inner child and life has become boring and repetitive and quite stale for you. So you might be closed off to new opportunities and the gifts that the universe are currently bringing in for you, simply because you're taking on too much responsibility and heaviness that come along with adulting. So open yourself up, have a curious mind, and see if you can take some time out for yourself and make sure that you're doing some things that reawaken the childhood energy within yourself. It can also be a sign that you're taking a private walk within yourself down memory lane. You might be thinking about an ex, or you might have even started seeing this person again within the next couple of weeks. But you want to keep this information to yourself and keep it quiet. You might be reluctant to let others know that you're revisiting these old memories or relationships in fear that these people may be judging you. At the same time, if you're not in contact with some of these people that you are thinking about from the past and they've brought you a lot of nostalgia and there isn't bad feelings between you and this person, I would definitely suggest that it'd be good in the next couple of weeks to reach out and just touch base with these people if you want to. But if you are a person where you are wanting to just move forward, make sure that you remember the external influences here are sometimes people around you, like exes. They can actually be thinking about you, which is ultimately tapping into your subconscious and making you think about them. If it's not the case, you could just be thinking about these people, and that might be something that you need to be thinking about. Let's see what else we can get for external influences and advice for my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses. What other advice can I be giving to my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses? That fell on the floor. They don't know you like I know you. So, like I said, there's probably an ex around that's definitely thinking about you and thinking that they could bring more to your table than anybody else that may potentially love you. You may also feel like that when it comes down to anybody that your ex is with now. You may feel like that person that they're with doesn't know them the way that you know them. So, like I said, there's definitely something with regards to past energy that you are thinking about a lot. Establish a self-care routine and pick a day of the week and stick to it. So make sure you're looking after yourself as well. Make sure you're liberating yourself, because this is on the bottom of the deck too. How do you liberate yourself and how do you liberate other people? Okay, so make sure you're questioning all of these things as well. Let's see what the outcome is for you guys. So, what is the outcome of the next couple of weeks for my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses? What's the outcome? Hanged Man. What's the outcome, which is Pisces energy? What's the outcome with regards to Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses? The King of Pentacles. What's the outcome? What's the outcome? Oh, that's really beautiful. Okay. Then we've got the Three of Cups, which is at the bottom of the deck, which is speaking about a celebration of times and feeling massively like you are getting to a place within yourself of completion, but still being in a place where you're still a little bit confused about things. That's going to be the outcome. So it's almost like you get to the midway of things. So you see how you're apathetic here. It's almost like in the mid-range of the 2 weeks. So within 7 days' time, you'll be in the midway of understanding that you're happy to invite creativity into your life, some better times into your life. You're probably feeling a little bit more enthusiastic about what life can be bringing towards you. With the King of Pentacles, it can be speaking about you coming into a place of feeling like you've got a lot of creative business ideas on your mind as to what you can bring in. So you're invoking a new beginning into your life. But the King of Pentacles is speaking about monetary value. So it's like you go into the business like-minded way of looking at things. You may also reach out to somebody that's a boss that can help you with regards to your business. Also, like I said, if there's somebody that you feel this emotional connection towards, that you are really wanting to take a trip down memory lane or reconnect with, this is something where you'll probably find that that person is stuck between wondering if that's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do. Especially with the Hanged Man, it's a person that's stuck in between two places but still has this logical way of looking at things sometimes. So this may be the reason why you may feel a little bit like it's best to focus upon your money, but at the same time you'll be glad of reconnecting with this person in some way, shape or form. The Ace of Cups is speaking about self-love, that outpouring of affection that you are giving towards yourself, the outpouring of affection that you're willing to accept from another person as well. So this is speaking about you getting to a place where it's almost like nobody can love you the way that you can love you. And this is where you will understand what you will be accepting of in your life moving forward, most definitely. These are star signs that are involved here. Wow. So this is for Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, and an Aquarius has come out again. Air signs as well. So make sure you're using your intellect and your logic understanding to be able to persevere forward in any situations that are coming into your next couple of weeks, Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses. Is there any more cards just before I end this reading? Anymore? We've also got an Aries as well. So keep your eye out for any Aries people that are trying to connect with you, or you're trying to connect with an Aries. At the same time, an Aries energy can be speaking about your passion of feeling like it's almost like seductive energy, wanting to seduce somebody or somebody wanting to seduce you, or feeling like you have that type of energy around you. Libra as well. Obviously, this is for Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses, but this is bringing the balance back where it felt like there was no balance in the first place. Venus, all affairs of heart and love. That's what this is basically speaking about with regards to Venus, because it's all speaking about pleasure as well. So maybe you are thinking in a way of wanting to be pleasured by somebody. You know what I mean by that? And this is basically speaking about you coming from a place of not wanting anything to do with stuff like this, to in the next couple of weeks almost feeling this exuberant energy of wanting passion in your life, making contact with somebody who you'd like to be in contact with, or them reaching out towards you. Either way, remember, this is coming from a very passionate place, and I feel like anybody that you're in contact with will feel that, or anybody that chooses to contact you. Just keep in your mind and be contemplative, based upon the fact that this person probably wants to connect with you in this way The question is this going to be reciprocated? Either way, it seems like there's a lot going on in the next couple of weeks, my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses. I'm wishing you an abundance of love, and I hope that you can get through this 2 weeks without feeling scathed. Let's see if there is affirmations. What's the affirmation that my Geminis and Libras need for the next couple of weeks? What's the affirmations that they would need for the next couple of weeks? What's the affirmations? Emotions. I release strong emotions, okay? So it's saying, change me, beloved, into one who easily accesses all of my feelings. Let me bless and release any anger, resentment, or bitterness. May I release emotions that block happiness and contentment. Longing. I offer my deepest desires. Change me, beloved, into one who offers you my deepest longings, trusting you know exactly how to handle them. Let me know my wholeness and freedom most of all. Release. I move in harmony. Change me, divine beloved, into one who easily releases all that's ready to go. Let me move in harmony with your natural cycles. And then lastly, uniqueness. Change me, divine beloved, into one who embraces my own uniqueness. Let me accept my own nature completely, knowing it too is divine. May I love myself as I am, not as others say I should be. So make sure you're breaking them rules, but also in a way that's conducive to love and respect and happiness within your heart and the people around you. I'm sending you buckets of love. I'll see you in a couple of weeks to see where you guys are at with everything. Sorry, my purge I think my ancestors want to say goodbye as well. Sending you buckets of love. Have a wonderful 2 weeks. Bye-bye.